Year of Miracles. I want to share with y'all a story about the angel on the bridge. So where we live, there's this beautiful bridge that goes over the top of a freeway. And we kind of live out in the country, and we like to do a walk, kind of a workout walk along this 3-mile span. And that includes going over this big, beautiful bridge and then back home again. There's a few stories I could share right now of supernatural events that have happened around this bridge. I cannot explain it. I'll tell you, I know 2 people, one a family member and one a friend, whose lives were spared at the bridge. It's just kind of wild. But there's a very special story I want to share with you right now. Okay, so my dad and I, we were on this walk, on our 3-mile walk, and just chatting, talking, God things with the church, what was going on in life. And we were just starting over the bridge. And at this point, I was kind of tired. I think the shoes that I had weren't kind of feeling right. And I said, Dad, just go on ahead, in front of me. I'm going to slow down the pace a little bit. And he said, are you sure? I said, yeah, it's fine. I'm fine. So my dad went off, across the bridge and he was trucking along and I was going a lot slower. I got about a third of the way across the bridge when suddenly there was this swirling wind gust where leaves picked up off the bottom, the ground there of the bridge and started swirling around me like in a wind cyclone. My hairs were standing up on end on my arms. And for about maybe 3 seconds, I saw a beautiful, full-size, glowing, golden sword in the middle of this cyclone that I was standing in. I closed my eyes. I can feel it now as I'm sharing this with you. I closed my eyes and I opened my hands. And I said, oh, Holy Father, I don't know what this is or what this means, but I say yes to you, Lord. I say yes to whatever you're calling me into. Thank you for this experience with you right now. And as soon as I prayed those words, the wind died down, the leaves dropped to the ground, and it was gone. It was all over. I was honestly trembling, much like I feel right now. Like my hairs were up, I couldn't believe what I had just experienced. And I couldn't wait to tell my dad. Now you have to understand, this bridge is a straight shot. We cross across the bridge, we go another, 50 yards, and then we turn around and come home for the 3-mile trek. So I could see, and my dad could see me the whole time. I could see him the whole time, although during part of this, I closed my eyes, right? In the middle of all of this amazing supernatural thing that had happened, which I've never had something like that ever happen before. So my dad I open my eyes and start walking, feeling like I'm floating on a cloud at this point. My dad looks very urgent in his expression, and I notice he's walking really fast to get to me. And he comes up to me and he goes, Jesse. And I said, Dad, I got to tell you something. And he goes, no. I need to ask you a question first. Who was that man you were talking to? And I stop. And what do you mean, Dad? And he said, I was walking and I turned over and I looked over my shoulder and you were standing there talking to a tall man. So I told my dad what happened. As you can imagine, he was shocked, like his mouth hung open. I could hardly get the words out. I said, Dad, I didn't see him. What I saw was this beautiful, like bronze, glowing, flame-like sword. It looked like, just brass and bronze and gold all in one, if that makes sense. And he said, and I didn't see the sword. His back was to me. I just noticed his stature, that he was tall and that you were looking up to him. And it was like you were speaking to him. But of course, I was praying to the Lord. It was amazing. And honestly, as I share this story now, and I've not shared it with many people, it feels like I'm back there on the bridge. You better believe I keep my eyes and my ears open now. Like I expect supernatural things to happen. I expect for heaven to touch earth. I've seen it too many times. I've seen too many miracles and experienced too many moments with the Lord to not expect something just out of this world, literally, to happen. I think if we just keep our hearts humble before Him, postured to expect the supernatural, we'll be ready when it happens. Wow. Thank you for letting me share this awesome adventure that happened with the angel on the bridge. Behold, I send an angel before you to keep you in the way and to bring you into the place which I have prepared. Exodus 23:20.